Good morning, Bonnies. This is Faith from Bluebonnet Home, and I'm just going to give you some tips on how to sample your paint colors. So, when you decide that you want to paint your house and you go and you get your sample paint, and that's if the store has a sample paint, please, 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 whatever you do, do not put it on your walls. This is how I want you to sample your paint. Are you ready for this? I want you to get a poster board. Go to the Dollar Tree, get a poster board there. Paint your sample paint, top to bottom, left to right, 3 times. Paint it, let it dry, paint it, let it dry, paint it, let it dry. Then I want you to get your sample board and put it up against your wall next to your trim, where your flooring is, and look at it. Take a step back, walk back about 5 feet and look at it. Then move it to the other side of the room, maybe next to the windows or your drapes. If you're in the kitchen, next to your backsplash, countertops. Keep all those samples vertical. Move them around the house as you want. The color should be accurate. Now, keep in mind that when you get a paint color that you want and you get the sample size, sometimes mathematically it does not translate and from the gallon size to that quart size or to that little, I think it's like 4 fluid ounces at those big box stores. So make sure that you compare the sample on your wall or on your sample board that you've done with 3 coats to that paint chip. If it's not accurate, go by the color that's on your paint chip because that's what's gonna show up. Also, if you decide that you wanna get a paint from a particular color from a paint store, go to that paint store to get your paint because otherwise your paint will not be accurate. So let's say, for pretend that you want Accessible Beige from Sherwin-Williams, 7036 I think is the number. And you decide that you're gonna go to Home Depot to get your sample paint because it's cheaper. Well, guess what? It's not gonna look the same. It's gonna look kind of purpley, and then you're gonna come and say, this doesn't look right. Every base paint for every paint line is completely different. So now if you're going to use Home Depot paint, then yes, absolutely. If you choose a color from another paint line, go to the store that you're gonna go get your paint from and get the sample from there so you'll get an accurate reading on what it's gonna look like. If you want the Behr color to look like the Behr paint, if you want the Sherwin-Williams color to look like the Sherwin paint chip, if you want PPG color to look like the PPG paint chip, if you want the Benjamin Moore color to look like the Benjamin Moore paint chip, and so on and so forth, you need to get that paint and that paint color from that paint store. Does that make sense? Sometimes there won't be a big difference. Sometimes the colors will translate, but keep in mind every paint manufacturer's base paint is different. The color is different, and everybody's pigment, those tints are different. Just keep that in mind next time you're trying to pick paint colors. If you have any problems, reach out to me, send me a private message, and we can get you set up with a virtual or in-person color consultation. I have some girls that work with me, and we handle clients from all over the country. Have a great day.